On the southern tip of Africa, there is a country of unrivaled beauty and boundless possibilities. South Africa, a land of rich cultural diversity, warm, vibrant people, world-class cities, and iconic statesmen. A place of unforgettable landscapes, temperate weather, and incredible wildlife, home to the Big Seven. A prime tourism destination with so much to offer the world. A unique and untamed land, alive with endless coastlines and majestic mountains. 8 biomes supporting an abundant, thriving variety of flora and fauna. A moderate climate with rich soil conditions, ranging from Mediterranean in the southwest to mild in the interior plateau and subtropical in the northeast. Dramatic topography, creating a range of climatic zones across 9 provinces, where some of the world's very best fresh produce is grown. Best known for citrus in the Eastern Cape, where the Sundays and Gamtus river valleys cut through the terrain, creating perfect conditions for citrus to grow. The fruit thrives in the sunny summer days and milder winters. The Western Cape is ideal for cultivating top-grade produce, citrus crops in the Citrusdal region, apples and pears in Grabo, grapes and Paarl in the Hex River Valley, and stone fruit in Robertson, Paarl and Ceres. Ceres also contributes outstanding apples, pears and onions. The subtropical climate of Limpopo and Mpumalanga, long, hot summers with rainfall and very mild winters, is perfect for juicy subtropical fruits, including mangoes, lychees and avocados. Produce is picked according to appearance and quality, with only the best making the grade. High standards around infrastructure and quality control have made South Africa a trusted global partner in perishable product exports. The country is well positioned, with major shipping lines passing along its shores in the South Atlantic and Indian Oceans, and 8 ports strategically located across its coastline. Robust, streamlined and efficient export processes ensure that South African produce reaches major destinations fresh, unblemished and delicious. The Perishable Products Export Control Board, PPECB, conducts a broad range of inspections and assessments, certifying that South African produce meets international standards. Qualified inspectors apply their extensive training and expertise to ensure produce for export is grown, handled, stored, and transported according to the required standards. Exporters are assured that their produce meets the relevant standards of importing countries. Products approved for export carry the Passed for Export stamp, regarded as a symbol of quality assurance by clients and consumers around the world. The PPECB also conducts statutory food safety audits, which focus on worker hygiene, the use of pesticides, traceability, and good agricultural practices to certify compliance with food hygiene and food safety regulations. After every successful audit, a food safety compliance certificate is issued. It's referred to as the South African Good Agricultural Practices, or SA-GAP. Every step of the way, South Africa's export industry is committed to delivering quality produce. The cold chain begins as soon as possible after harvesting, playing a critical role in ensuring high-quality standards. State-of-the-art pack houses form an essential part of this value chain. Here, produce is processed and packaged according to stringent quality control measures, and once all requirements and standards have been met, is ready for export. From the pack house, the produce is transported to a certified cold store, where it is cooled to the ideal temperature. It is then loaded into a refrigerated container, which has been inspected and approved by the PPECB. To ensure there is no damage to the pallets and that the container is packed correctly, the entire loading process is monitored. In cases where cold treatment loading is required, temperature monitoring probes are placed inside the container for quality control, transparency, and traceability. The container is then closed, sealed, and transported to the harbour, where it is received, plugged in, and inspected daily before being loaded onto a reefer vessel. All containers and conventional vessels used for export are inspected and approved by the PPECB to ensure that produce is transported in optimum conditions and that the quality is maintained throughout the journey. The vessels are issued with carrying temperature instructions outlining the temperature, ventilation, and other special instructions for how the fresh produce must be kept. The PPECB requires vessels to provide daily reports on the status of containers, which they continually monitor until the containers are discharged. Specialized refrigerated vessels provide the PPECB with similar reports on temperature settings. Temperature control is particularly critical to slow down the ripening process of the more sensitive produce, such as avocados, blueberries, and plums. Continuously following the proper cold chain process guarantees that the quality of the produce is preserved until it reaches the end consumer in over 90 countries across the globe. Prime export destinations include North America, the United Kingdom, the European Union, Africa, the Middle East, the Russian Federation, and Asia. At its destination, the produce is transported for distribution, with the cold chain being maintained throughout the process. And finally, produce of unmistakable quality and bursting with full South African flavor takes its place on shelves throughout the world. Stringent adherence to the cold chain process guarantees the quality of South Africa's export produce, while the collective effort of a number of growers' associations and affiliates ensures a thriving industry. Through innovation and refinement, South Africa continuously strives for excellence, never compromising on quality while seeking to build a sustainable future for the perishable products export industry. From hands throughout South Africa to hands across the world.